So on the last few weeks, I got a chance to read Harry Potter, and I read the fourth one and the fifth one, which is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And I'm here to talk to you about those beautiful books. Starting with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, for those of you out there that might not know what it is about. So the summer holidays are coming to an end, and there are things happening with the dark side of the magic. It seems like Voldemort is planning on doing something. Harry obviously isn't aware of this, and he goes to school excited to be back. And there is this interesting thing happening at school, and it's that three-wizard tournament. And mysterious things start to happen, and they realize that maybe someone is trying to kill him again, because that's what happens on every single book. So someone is trying to kill Harry. I really love this book. I think the third one is still my favorite, but I love the fourth one too, because I have always loved the fourth movie more, like my favorite, the fourth one. But I discovered like different things in the books that I love more. It's a really interesting thing to do when you like saw the movie first and then read the books. And it's also really weird because I have been a fan of Harry Potter since such a long time, but I haven't actually read the books. I was just a really huge movie fan. So the book has 734 pages, and it's really long. That isn't what I was expecting. I expected the books to be like not so long, but I'm happy about it because it really works that it's that long. There's a lot of things going on in the book, and it was like a couple of pages shorter, it wouldn't work. I love the idea that Dobby appears more on the books, because I realized that on the movies he's just like on the second one and on the last ones, so there isn't a lot of Dobby on the movies, but apparently on the books he is like a lot more important, and I love that because I get to know more about Dobby and about the elves and lots of things that happened in the story, but I really didn't know about it because I only knew what the movies showed to me. So it's interesting to know, like for example, the fact that Hermione is fighting for the elf rights because she doesn't like how wizards treat them. So I didn't know that, and it's just something, there are like little things that the movie ignores that it actually makes sense because the movie will be like so long, but they totally complete the story, and it's just, I didn't realize that when I just watched the movies, things were like complete and the story was perfect and all that, but now that I read the books, it's just like, the story, there was something missing to it, and now I know what it was, and it was these little details that are on the books that weren't on the movies. I love Dobby. He's just this like cute little character that is in the books, and just he's always doing his best to help Harry. There was a moment where I thought that Harry was being like really rude to Dobby. I was like, hey, he's being nice to you, he's helping you, and just like you're like kind of rude. But then he got him like socks for every day of a year, and it was like, okay, now you're fine, Harry, you're fine. I found myself laughing with this book. I just enjoy it so much, and also the stress of the task. Every single task, I was feeling so much stress that it was like, oh my god, I'm not even there. I'm not Harry. Why am I feeling so stressed out? I think that's the magic of writing, and that's how well written it is. So J.K. Rowling proves herself as a great writer, honestly. It's just amazing. I love every single task, that like the detail of every task and the pressure of it, and how Harry was feeling, and also how like he has to go through every single task, but at the same time the best idea is not to go through them because someone is gonna kill him at some point during those tasks. So I don't know, that's just interesting. I love that I got to see more about Sirius, that in the movie For example, in the movie, Harry just talks to him like one time. On the books, Sirius makes a more of a presence, and we see more of his personality, which is great because I think that Sirius is just a very important character, and it's like one of the most important persons on Harry's life. So I love to see more about Sirius. I think that's all I have to say about the fourth book. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I laughed. I was expecting that I might cry, but I didn't cry, which is good. It was funny and it was intense, and there was a lot of like action in it. It was a great combination of those things, and it worked really well. That's what happened in the fourth book. So let's move on to the fifth book, which is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. On this book, Harry knows that Voldemort is back, but he's sent home again with his uncle and aunt, and he really doesn't like it. He's having this strange dream where there is a door, but he can never open it, and he wants to know what it is behind that door. He has to go back to school, but there are like lots of things going on in his mind. Some Dementors have attacked him and his cousin. Voldemort is back and it's growing stronger. And there is a new teacher at Hogwarts who might not be as sweet as she pretends to be. Also, interesting things happen on the Quidditch team. And at the same time, he has to prepare himself for the ordinary wizarding level exams, which are supposed to be like really hard and people stress out, and only the fifth years do them. It's his future depending on those things. And at the same time, Voldemort is back, and there's some weird things going on in his mind, and there's just a lot in Harry's mind in this book. Also, throughout the book, Harry must discover the strength of having his friends and to be loyal and just to being able to feel pain, love. I felt that it was like a really intense book. With this book, I had a hard time getting into it. I don't know, I felt that the beginning was a little bit slow. It took me a few chapters to get really into it, and then when I was completely into it, I couldn't put it down, because that's what happens with Harry Potter. I laugh a lot in this book. I don't know why, but I was laughing a lot. There are a lot of things going on with Harry, and he also it's growing older, you know, like he's not that 11-year-old boy at the beginning. He's now 15. The book feels a little bit more mature, and I like that because it feels like you're growing with him, and his feelings are different, and what he thinks are different, and all his responsibilities are bigger, and all of that. So you get to see the growing of Harry, and it's really good. And also you get to see how he grows with his friends, and that's amazing. For me, this book is a roller coaster that go up and down, up and down, up and down. I was laughing and I was like, oh my god, Harry, you might die. It's Voldemort. Just do what you have to do. I couldn't do anything. It was like those moments when you want to scream at the character, but you know that he won't hear you. So it was just like, oh, Harry, just... So I cry a lot at the ending of the book because you know what happens, and I think everyone knows what happens, but just in case you don't know, I'm not gonna say what happens. You get to really feel what Harry's feeling, like the guilt, the sadness. For me, this book is when everything becomes real. It's like everything that Voldemort could do, all the danger he represents and all the darkness that he represents, it all becomes real in this book for me. It's just like, okay, Voldemort is this real thing that could kill people just because he can and he wants to. Professor Umbridge, I hate her. I hate her. But she doesn't die, obviously. But I love her. Just love her because she's so mean. And I love what she brought to the story, because we got to see this loyalty of the teachers to Hogwarts and to Dumbledore. How they just like, oh, this school is in trouble, just Umbridge, you had to solve it, when they could have solved everything just by themselves in just like a second. I love how the school is just this huge chaos that Umbridge can control, and it's just amazing. I love it. I love that part. I have so much fun reading it. I love the Department of Mysteries. I know that what happens in that department is just really sad, but it's just so cool, like how J.K. Rowling's mind works, like to create this whole thing of the department. It's just how the doors turn, so you don't know which door is the one that you just open, and it's harder to get to the door that you want. I would love to be inside of J.K. Rowling's mind just for one day and explore it to see what else she has in that mind. So thank you, J.K. Rowling, for letting us be part of that world. Just give us a scoop of that huge mind of yours that I don't know how it works, but it must be amazing. That's all I have to say about Harry Potter 4 and 5. They both were amazing and I love them both. They both deserve 5 stars out of 5 stars. What I found so amazing about the books is just that I know what is going to happen. I'm kind of expecting it, but at the same time it's just like it comes as a surprise and my feelings just like go. I didn't thought that I could love Harry Potter more than I do now, and it just every time I read that next book, I love it more. It's this amazing world that I don't want to get out of it. Like, never. I want to be part of it so bad that it just, like, give me more. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you also love the books and you cried with them, because I did. And leave a comment down below telling me what you think about the movies compared to the books, because that's always so interesting to me. I don't know why, and that's why also I'm like really looking forward to reading next book, because apparently there are a lot of differences between that book and the movie, so I want to know those really bad. I'll see you next week. Bye.